players flat out that we saw. Now, whether we see that translate onto the Phoenix is yet to be seen, but I do think that opens up my, I guess, critique of Beepo now, especially after Santiago. I don't think Mini had a terrible run, to be honest. I think he's slightly dipped compared to what he was.
Yeah, I guess missing some of the impact that was huge previously. Certainly didn't have as many big rounds, but...
Yes.
You could say slower, maybe a worse tournament, but I wouldn't necessarily say a dip in form.
No, I think that's why I'm looking at Beepo here, especially if now we're going to see Martin not quite to the same sky-high level as before. But on the other side, of course, Sop, what a fascinating prospect he could be. And obviously for FUT, looking to try and get him activated as soon as possible. But already a plant for mates, and instantaneous retake posturing from FUT. Going to note the players postured up deep here. Martin going to stand ground. It's actually difficult to get one, but effective trades for FUT. Glyph doing wonders there to keep this in hand at a 2v2.
Sounds like Mini here left to try and clean this up. Mini will find Yetziraj. Sociable down to 70 HP. Can he isolate one of these players here? Mini down to 40.
Oh, this should be brutally hard though. You're just hoping for timing.
We spotted
he's got one nice little shift back towards that art side. Early on the horn, but the timing's there. Starzo, composed, gonna get there first. It got a little close, but rounds around.
To run things down there, give Sociable very few options. And initially though, as if FUT were gonna win out in terms of that brawl towards the site here. Scream with Glyph, able to recover so well.
One enemy remaining.
Stop and cross delete. Starzo teamed up for success here. His mate's on the board first. Maybe a retake approach here from FUT that didn't really stick.
Cage triggered.
A heavy emphasis towards B and towards Link as well. No probe sent out yet from mates, but they are set up to maybe pressure towards Yetziraj. Especially if Mini can take contact here.
Oh, it feels a bit sketchy, doesn't it? All the way down, scoped up too, so limited vision for now. Baited in. Now
They can isolate this easily,
yeah. Very nicely done. Gonna lose Zeus for it, but obviously on the other side, this was the goer, right? That's the green flag to go, and Yetziraj falls, so the plant's in play, 4 standing. And you've got to look at the positioning as well, coming out from, I believe that's Glyph there. Very disconnected, but obviously on that Astra, has that impact across the board, and able to keep some security into the post plant now. And it's really...
Yeah, get anything done on the way back in here.
But I see him get kind of going early as well, even just, I don't want to say a throwaway round, but a round that's likely going to fall against you. I'd like to see him just kind of feel out the server a bit, start to get himself locked in here. But I think we can see as this ticks away, it's not going to really favour too much. Here we go. Well, Martin.
Spot there, yeah.
That's a nice little flash.
Takes a tag.
Yeah, it does. Another flash. This time, he's putting up a good go. There we are. So at least going to draw blood there. Take away Martin, and going to opt to give it up to the spike. So, again, for Gentlemates, seem very much in control here. 2 rounds back-to-back.
Unfortunately, Yetziraj pops a shot off a little too early, noted there on the way in. Great isolation here. The fact that he even gets Zeus before falling here is key for Mini. Said here, Yetziraj just overwhelmed.
I quite like what FUT are doing. I don't even mind them going for a stack there with a little bit of a plan in mind.
Well, I mean, now that the rifles are in hand, if they do start to explore the map a little bit, maybe to pressure behind mates, but a switch up here. In terms of the starting setup here for mates, they're going to pressure straight towards B. 3 members of FUT here.
Sop, show me that aim. Here we go. Lovely little angle for it. Goes to the taps. It ain't gonna work here.
Beautiful swing from mates.
Yeah, kind of all on the same page, and they're gonna notice Zeus at the cost of losing Beepo, but Starzo wants to pressure the point. They want to get him dead here. High flash. Zeus still stands. Cross still on the support. They're making this cross hard. Mini with a shot in the dark is going to be rewarded, maybe helped by that fade utility coming through. Martin tentatively going to try and take towards backside, but there's bodies here for FUT.
Here pretty early on. Sociable going to find this. Martin on the response here, but Zeus still swinging.
God, speaking about swinging, man, there's that impact.
Bonus conversion for mates. Into a fine margin, though. It's Mini to close out with a Guardian. Not sure what's going down on the stage, but
If someone stood up and pulled their headphones out, I'm having words. I'm having words.
Great swing from Mates though initially.
One enemy remaining.
Just to isolate the player.
Enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Find this entry. Again, because it's so hard to scale up at this point when they take take a casualty so early on. Unfortunately, the sight hold just completely falling short there. As,
Red,
yeah, if you did catch it, it was a little. I don't know if something came flying off somebody's desk.
Could have done. Oh, what is going on?
I think that's Minnie saying it wasn't me. Starzo was pointing fingers
Yeah,
at Minnie.
Starzo was pointing that side of the desk, so
He wasn't pointing at FUT.
it's either him or Martine. So figure it out. We'll find out what it is in the end, maybe.
And eerily quiet in here.
Yeah, it is odd, isn't
Oh,
it?
there's the music back again.
There we
Okay,
go.
yeah.
Don't leave us to our own devices. We go absolutely mad. This is a tech pause if you are unaware. We're not just going on to player shots, I promise you that. And look, KitKat have been going through a tough time recently. Maybe they do deserve it to go red. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, yes.
Obviously.
Now I feel more comfortable.
Well, yes, yeah, we're back at home. We're back at home. And if you can get hold of a kid.
I mean, I'm obviously excited to see the staff behind this team as well. Great track record there. And SOP to come into this roster. I mean, that goes without saying, there's a ton of firepower. That's a discussion we always have regionally on these sorts of rosters. But again, we're at the point now where we're asking FUT to get back into a position of finding results.
Yeah, it's let's push a bit further now. I think a lot of us are kind of looking at the mid-table teams or even the lower-end teams to find a little bit more to bring here. With the meta kind of falling into where it is, could be a chance for it. Beepo going to start working. Obviously on this side, Sheriffs mostly. So anything tricky set up? Not really. Just kind of a 3-2. And you can see the patience being shown by Mates. And honestly, after, I don't want to harp on to Santiago too much, but show me some clean anti-ecos, man. Please, just keep them clean.
I've been left wanting more.
Yeah, it had been a bit of a brutal ride in that front. For now, though, I'd like to see Mate not leave it too late. Kind of get on the same page together here. They've played it nice and slow. They've kind of, I don't know, I want to say they've done the diligence of this. They've kind of waited pretty late here to regroup towards A, and there is going to be a stack there.
Yeah. I think already
seconds
FUT
left.
probably getting a feel for how disconnected Minnie's been playing, or at least a member of Mates has been playing.
Yeah.
So going to leave Yetajay tasked with anchoring down the B site.
It's a lot on Starzo and the utility, but he's got no
17
prowlers.
seconds here, yeah.
Yeah, this does get sketchy to try and clear backside, and again, the Horn's going to reveal that there's at least one player progressing up. You're going to have the C's coming through, and Minnie's going to find Yetajay. The better guns do start kicking off, but with 7 seconds, things can go wrong. For now, though, only one of those Sheriffs finds its footing. It's Crossley and Zeus. Do a lot of work here, doubled up as well. Oh! That is a belter of a shot, but
Glyph for the collapse.
come on, man. That's how you get across the line. Fair play.
Close out here, Minnie, obviously still a little disconnected, made use of the neural theft elsewhere, finding that kill. And Mates will find number 4. Took a hell of a long time, actually just shut Yetajay down. Some fantastic shots coming out from Crossley.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful catch, and then Glyph, unfortunately, just lines them up.
Oh my god.
Okay, operator out for SOP. And, oh, FUT getting active. All right. Flash on the corner, Horn's there. Well read by Mates,
Yeah.
actually really heads up work from them. This puts FUT in the blender.
So
Beepo.
much util.
Yeah, look at the assists on that alone, just to get Crossley down, who nearly changed the outcome of the previous round, but it's Zeus now shouldering this. Couldn't quite get the shot on him. Bibo's having a bit of a round here. This is what we wanted to see with the fight back from the back of the site. FUT stand their ground. Now left this time without the opportunity for the 2-for-1. He's found. FUT finds stability.
What a crunch into A main here. The util finding so much value. Unfortunately, Mates then fall short and they finally get to the site. SOP finding 3 kills in the fray here. Beautiful
Look at
shots
this,
from him.
man.
Enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Fantastic work to still find these sorts of angles in that chaotic execute. But it looked like Mates were going to be able to farm in that choke point. And even with the C's catching a little
Yeah.
deeper as well. First round on the board here for FUT. couple of ultimates online now. Sop and Zeus just one away. Actually, a broken buy here from the mates. Martin does have an ultimate to open up, and Beepo an ultimate of his own as well.
Sociable's got to be careful not get run down here. He's still trying to hold on site. The other two are on the way to reinforce the A side of things. Team Crossley getting a little bit, I don't want to say nervous about it, but sending the Nightfall there. Beepo still willing to go forward, handled by Sociable.
Spike down A.
Again, slow and steady, trying to chip away, but this broken buy's not really finding purchase. Mini able to take down Sociable, but they fought back for some space here. I quite like that proactive.
Tucked in here in connector.
Should hear this. Does hear it. Martin gone, just Glyph and Starzo.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
remaining.
lovely work from him. Starzo somewhat left in the middle of things and pretty much surrounded. Spike left where it is. I feel this might be wrapped up.
You're going to be covered from all angles here. See FUT just going to disconnect completely.
Weapon to recover? No.
30
not
seconds
really.
left.
One in main, potentially.
Yeah, true.
Again, now looking under 30 seconds left on the clock, he has to go forwards.
I like seeing this discipline from FUT. Again, looking at the positioning, look how deep they are in a lot of these angles. Crossley looking careful. That's a step heard and a kill made. FUT, there we are. That's very nice for them. This could be a nice building block, right?
Follow up with a second here. Ultimates on the brink here, poor mates. And Beepo just desperate to try and break some of these crosshairs and allow safe passage from Art to transition towards site, but unfortunately shut down. And Starzo just one away. Do have Beepo and Martin, as mentioned previously, now back on the rifles. We're more likely to see Martin try and find an entry here.
Well, we've got to keep track of him playing something that's not going to be that Yoru, and so far it's not quite had that same level of impact, but this would be the chance to start seeing it really get to work. Sociable willing to hold that other side.
But happy to kind of entertain this engagement again. Just sit behind this smoke and banking on not being spammed out. Orb retrieved here. We'll give Starzo the Nightfall.
Which is bold considering the amount of util that was put towards just clearing that choke earlier on, what, 2-3 rounds ago.
Mates will reset. Mini now, I'm not sure if he was spotted. There were some pings elsewhere, but now we'll sync up to maybe try and fake off the back of Starzo's ult towards 8.
Might get the Sop show at this point.
Sop's here with Operator. He's going to be baited out here by this util.
Yeah, but
what a catch from Zeus.
Really nicely done by FUT, prioritizing clearing off. Maybe because of a little bit of paranoia that this could still be that B hit, but it is only Yeta J here. This is going to be it's got to be a retake, right? You can't really challenge at this point, but Sop's made it back in time. We saw that he was calm in all that chaos before, but an Operator here, tough to work with. And oh, that voice line just getting shut down instantly. Big trades, but no follow-up. It's Glyph finding stability on the site, really digging in their heels.
Not even FUT's gone forwards yet. They're still tucked into spawn. Nobody able to capitalize off that. Divide to be invested. Try and make something happen here.
Oh, look at that flash. Couldn't quite close the kill, and now the problems could begin. But the crossfires are still holding. As Sociable's opportunities become pretty brutal to handle. He knows what to do, though.
He's got to get a half at least here.
I don't think he can. Too little, too late, but damn close.
It's able to stick the landing here. Chaotic exchange. But just not able to scale up here when Sop kind of takes a massive risk to try and trade that kill. I mean, Beepo gets shut down. That should be the green light for a couple more people to get moving. Late investment of the divide.
One enemy remaining.
Just
maybe just on the back foot a little bit there, Lauren.
Yeah, and I almost wanted them to stick around a bit with Sop, right? I just wanted him to stay on that side a little bit longer. Have that faith that they can handle that pressure through Art. I get it, but for me, it would be nice to see Sop able to keep that Operator on the side of that map and able to maybe control that space.
Mate, Yeta J's, tucked into Link at that point. He can't challenge long at all, especially with Martin popping his ult. You don't want to see him over-peak, over-swing something. Martin's been fairly on point with a couple of his flashes, even though it's not reflected in his kill count.
Yeah.
Still finding value regardless. Swing a little late there from Zeus, but still wins out versus the Guardian.
Yeah, and again, getting man advantage above a minute 25. You could back away if you wanted to, but you can still see Sop's willing to shoulder. And I don't think they expected that. Even took a second
Mini,
shot
yeah.
and tagging up Mini. That's 10 HP to work with. Oh, he's hungry. He's sticking around a little bit here. The Prowler should quell that aggression a touch, but still, I like seeing that in a newer player as well on this sort of stage.
Yeah, I mean, these early series are really where you want to see him probably flex out a little more so to find his footing. Gain that confidence to excel in a role that obviously requires it right now.
It's one of the most competitive positions, right? How many talented players are there for this?
So it's just...
I will wait.
Yeah, I don't know that he does know where he is through the wall. Still, mates, I look like they're going to make a go at things here and hold on to what they've got.
And I don't think this freeze from mates is
30
going to
seconds
do
left.
too much in the way of drawing foot in. They've been really, really disciplined so far when they've had man advantages. We haven't seen them go hunting too far or pressure too long. And
Well, especially here. I mean, look at Beepo's got 100 credits left. Glyph's all out broke, so it's going to be broken buy into broken buy. So I believe Beepo brought a Guardian into this. I'm not sure what it was swapped out for, what Starzo had to
10
even pick it
seconds
up,
left.
but Sop going to certainly go forward and try and find something. Martin remove any hope of doing so.
okay, going to let this one fizzle out. 3 for foot.
It doesn't matter too much, actually, because Sop's got his ultimate, so happy to go forward there. Maybe try and punish the economy even further.
Yeah, I do want to see what the money ends up settling like, how bad, I guess, the buy then becomes for mates, because financially they are going to be in a weird spot. It shouldn't be terrible.
Do you force up around what you saved out of that?
Oh, isn't that the question? It's still going to be a little bit weird, and as you said, Sop's got that ult, so he was free to go and hunt down maybe one, see
also
what he
throw
can
a
do.
scope back in, to be fair.
And this time he might get the chance to actually show off a little. How many light shields are there? Plenty. Only 2 heavy shields really to be worried about, but he is in the right place. A little bit of an off angle as well, elevated slightly. Prowler, not going to be an issue.
Not going to catch.
So he's given some freedom here. Eyes drawn towards that screen side. Not
Oh,
the shot he wanted. Time to try and do
Still
some
gets
damage.
one, though.
Yeah, Wild, he gets away with one there. I thought he was dead to rights the second that shot went astray. However, looking again, Mini down on 7. This is still going to be quite hard
Oh,
for
cross leg, get out.
mates. Cross the leg, oh! 5 HP, and the C's could be good there, actually. Doesn't quite catch on towards Martin, who's still able to fire off the shots here, slow and steady, cracking forward towards his B site. But there's Crossley still waiting. Keeping that util quiet, but he finds a healthier targets. Look at the HP on mates. They are the walking wounded, barely breathing, but Zeus can't do it all alone. Mini survives, sub HP, sub 10. Ridiculous to live, but they make it work.
There's so many rounds where there's just one left standing. Mate's able to convert this broken bite to apply the pressure back towards foot. Again, they will still have rifles in hand. Sop, it's so unlucky not to find this first. Like I said, still a miracle to find the follow-up here with the pop of the ult, but...
Bro, we shouldn't be losing now.
Yeah, and I think he's right there, Bambino, to be fair. Situation where could really shut that down. It's looking as if they want to continue pressuring towards B. Yetajay been caught out a couple of times in this anchoring role.
Look at the proactivity across the rest of the map. They're trying to help him out, I guess, in a slightly subversive way. Is going to catch a couple players here, kind of ring the alarm bells, but he's not willing to challenge it. He can't really challenge. At this point, it's 5 players there, right?
Lockdown from heaven.
Crossley. You can't live
What a
through it.
combo there with the C's as well.
I know, exactly. Beautifully done, and now Martin wants space. Now he wants to go further. Pressure, this deeper line. He's going to get down sociable, and a follow-up. That's Martin that strikes fear in your heart. Sop at 6-6, still trying to get himself into the match, but denied. Mates have found a pressure point, and they are not stopping.
Great pace change here from Mates. Again, the run it back, perfect to challenge the lockdown. And throw a couple of bodies in towards spawn. I mean, Sociable just gets overwhelmed here. I think even finding a blind spam. And this combo, beautiful. The shutdown Crossley. Mates hitting a bit of a rhythm now here on Pearl. Yeah, looking pretty happy with themselves.
Nice shots, nice play, nice shots. Vamos, Chile.
Financially, obviously going to put foot in a really tough spot here. They've been and they might be punished. Look at this, Martin coming into his own. Martin just farming away. That is the man that you didn't want to see get going. He's almost got his ult back.
Yeah, he will do here off the plant. Be able to have that for round 12. Absolutely thriving here on the Phoenix. 13 and 8 now. Slower start for sure, but worth his weight in gold. Absolute superstar for this roster. It's unfortunately just a classic to try and find some damage, but it's not going to matter. In the grand scheme of things. Spotted here. He's
Hunting out the ace.
gonna get a rifle. I mean,
Of course! He's going to put a little flare on it too. Yeah, that was lovely. Again, yes, a lighter investment, but you're still going to enjoy the aim that this man can bring.
first catch is beautiful onto Sociable. This becomes farming simulator for him after that. We FUT here 3 rounds, so we enter number 12.
He's drinking water, by the way. He's drinking water. He's drinking water. He's not playing.
Zeus, the only ultimate here on the board for FUT. Try and recover an 8-4 at best.
It was one of those big swing rounds just falling away from FUT there. That's the ones, you know, oh, we should have won that. That could have really changed the scoreline. But what it's done is, if anything, reignite what Martin can bring. And now with the ultimate as well in hand, that could be huge here. Beepo going to be on that operator too. Plenty to spend. No hurry here.
Beepo will be noted, but not too telling here. Martin just creeps onto the angle.
It is, it's a horror show watching what it's like on the other side trying to deal with Martin, right? Seeing those deaths, you don't get a second to really fight. And now with that ult, just wants to take as much space as he can.
He goes for the spam.
Yeah, he was real close. Sociable, lucky to be breathing, but they're pivoting. They feel out the stack already.
It's going to have space to play into here and actually tuck on long.
He's heard him.
Mates are going to be trying to figure out where he is. A safer plant here on the opposite side of the site. Yesterday has to watch this one play out in front of him.
All he can do is deny that long post plant, really. He can maybe relay that information to his teammates, but look at Starzo's positioning. Oh, that's a good timing, though, for Yedajay. Going to catch Cliff, kind of a drift there. Mini with a quick trade is going to secure that space. And it looks like a cancel from Starzo coming back around to join the rest of the pack. Martin
Mini
waiting with a
again.
flash. Yeah, it's starting to really come online for mates here. Again, FUT have their work cut out. Sop and Cross delete. It's not landing. Sop, quick. Needs 3 more. And I don't think he's getting the chance for it. No, he's not. People a little better, and at 9-3, it's a commanding score for mates. As I said, it felt a bit rocky at the beginning there, Mike, but it has really found its form. And I think we actually might have a little treat for you guys coming up in just a second. I think we have a feature on FUT to maybe get to know this team a little bit more.
Actually, we have like
This roster, Yesterday, unfortunately, having a great start here. Did have a standout individual performance at Clash. But I think versus mates, you got to be pretty open and honest about kind of where we sit them here, with mates coming in from a red-hot kickoff performance. And
Yes.
Again, even so, yes, bowing out Santiago, but off of an international performance.
Yeah, their names now do join those of like, okay, they could be going to the big boy tournaments.
This is a top of the region team right now.
Yeah, and it certainly has changed the narrative for a lot of people because, you know, on paper, you know, historically it wasn't like this, but now, obviously, everything coming
Mates are going to tuck 4 behind this cage.
Oh my God, it is a firing squad. Sop's coming out swinging though, at least going to try and keep things, I don't want to say favorable, but at least on par and gets out of there with the spike, more importantly.
Sociable has found
like
space,
this.
yeah, through Connector on this. Mini aware of the possibility.
Oh, they're very aware. Apparently, still got 1, which is wild to me. Down to a 2v2. Sop and Yedajay gonna have to take the route and road towards the A side.
Yeah, Glyph has played this really well. And just mitigating the risk of being caught anchoring elsewhere with Yedajay finding some space. But he needs to win this out.
Yedajay does nicely there. That would have been a big 1v1 to win.
Mini clutch, 1v2. Plenty of time gonna expire here. A turret to deal with on the way back in.
And I guess where Yedajay got that kill, there's a chance he could slip towards ARP. Potentially a lot of unknowns now for Mini to try and come back in on. And Sop's position's pretty brutal. There's the update on position. Sop just gonna actually
catch
decide
there.
to slip, but yeah, you're right, there was a catch. But you see that paranoia about Art, just in case.
Now he knows
would
where both
love
are.
half. And I don't think he's gonna get it. Oh, what a shot it! My God. Okay, one more of those. Still no half.
didn't get a half.
He's done this well on the timing. Sadly for Mini, no time to be worked with. He has to accept his fate there. Well done by Yenergy, keeping composed.
Unfortunate not to find a half defuse there, because it would have been teed up for Mini. Landed some beautiful shots. And the awareness across the map here for Mates, though, is what's key. Like I said, Glyph plays this to perfection in terms of his positioning. At least the clock will deliver around the foot. On the good start here to the second half. Not going to be any investment on the side of Mates here. Stack 4 to go forwards on B long. There's an alarm bot here, so not going to get very far. YTJ a chance to be overwhelmed if he hangs about. Big catch though, Glyph down to 6 HP. Awareness on both sides here.
The alarm bot's still maintained, so actually
Yeah,
that's
still
really
garnering
nice
control,
to have. Not going to be too worried that anyone's progressed up here, so they can continue on, but you've got to be really cautious now. That pack of 5 players now on the A site, but they do have the better weaponry. Sop shouldering this, not quite finding the value he'd have liked with that initial engagement, but still, got to be careful. There's a pop flash and there is a push. Good work initially, but there's still danger. Mates putting foot under the gun. Beepo still going to draw blood as well. It's down to a 2v2. No plant either yet, and look where the spike is. Dangerous, as Beepo does get a big old upgrade.
Conscious that somebody slipped the net elsewhere. The fact that YTJ, more sociable, being on this roll, could be elsewhere. Again, the re-clearance is going to buy
30 seconds left.
a couple of options for Mates. Social's got to be
Timing,
careful
man.
here. He's got to be very careful here.
God, this feels like he's going to be, I don't want to say distracted, but looking the other way, maybe trying to support on the side. Oh my word, here we go. It's fine in the end. That felt like it was on a knife's edge for me, though.
And when he flips into astral form there,
Yeah.
certainly a window of opportunity for Mates, but looking to be very proactive there. Like I said, buys them a ton of options. Second round conversion found here for FUT. Rifles in hand now, going to have a slight advantage in terms of inventory here. Certainly want to find a response here, but FUT will be laughing if they can convert this bonus.
Well, you'd be on cloud 9 if you can get that done. Looks pacey, looks direct. Bring through middle. It's a very word going. Look how far Sociable's got. They can leave him here for a minute. This is 1 minute 28.
Well, he's going to get a sound cue to play off here. I'll be able to wrap immediately behind this A-side hold. Mates are going to go forwards.
They're re-clearing this, but their timing is off now.
All
and
revealed
big
there.
Info. Again, they still think there's someone who slipped the net, but they don't expect this. Sociable is completely behind the wire.
How disciplined is he?
Oh, he's absolutely on it. Look at the
Oh my
information.
God.
Look at this. Huge impact from Sociable, and the timing on the swing. It's stunning from FUT. You've got to give credit there to Sociable, but what a great made plan from the word go.
Beautiful
Spike
stuff.
planted.
4 alive here in this post plant. Just Glyph and Mini to try and find their way back in. And that advantage in terms of inventory completely gone now.
Absolute magic in that. Mini and Glyph, though.
Right there.
Tough positions to clear. Look at these post plants, how deep they are as well.
We can give a lot of space up.
Last
Force
player standing.
Mace into an
Hello.
awkward position here. Glyph will get a glimpse. Zeus will fall.
Oh, Glyph, this is
Tap on to
hopeful.
keep him interested.
Yeah, you're not going to get much more than that, though. But again, it felt like that round started and ended with the fact that Sociable was able to slip through like that.
Beautiful way to work the map. And Mates is so proactive to try and re-clear this space here that leave the back door open to the site. They're looking firmly in control of this round. Almost expecting Mates to recontact through some of that space. Martin does have an ult to bring in here, but only a Sheriff in hand. But certainly in control of the momentum at the start of the second half as well.
Yeah, a couple of those ults really getting going too. Obviously got Sociables and Cross Deletes, but Sops isn't far off either.
My ultimate is ready.
This time, going to be put to bed quick though.
I have the spike.
Great catch here. Open this one up, Cliff. And try and stun out. Again, Zeus looking to still go forwards here. Sure what the next step is here for FUT. See the spike repositioning towards B long. Get a little too deep to go and find that upgrade. I'm not even sure what Sop brought in actually. If it was a scope or a rifle.
Actually not too sure myself. This is though when it gets a little bit sketchy, right? Because they've still got that A main space. They pushed up on that earlier. That's going to be Starzo keeping control of that. Okay, so it was a scoped up weapon. And look how deep they're set on B. They are going to make FUT have to explore so far here. Now, luckily, they do have that divide, but Martin's checking in front of it. Good stall as well. Banking on Zeus. That was not as clean as you'd expect from this man.
Big catch,
but
though.
Huge catch, and he's on the hunt as well. He wants to pressure this. Wants to make sure they've got space for it, and that's way better from him. Nullifying the threats, allowing that spike to be planted uncontested. And the last two, sadly, pretty far behind the curve.
Starzo and Mini, a miracle to find this, if they can. Zeus kept in check for the time being. Starzo,
One
though,
enemy remaining.
again, can't find anything on the way out Sociable to remove any hope of him finding success here. A connection from Mini, but that's about it as a consolation. FUT up to 7 now.
Yep.
Clawing their way back into this. This buy round is going to be crucial for Mace to stop this snowball.
Yeah, I've just reminded myself that was the additional round, right? Hence maybe the timeout coming in here because you're bang on the money. This is everything. If mates want this one kind of buried and put away, otherwise, FUT right back at the door.
I was going to say, with the funds that are behind, where mates really excelled in kickoff for me was their defensive protocols, the timings and the checklist they were able to go through. Not having Martin on a Yoru obviously changes that massively. So in terms of some of these rounds where they're being a little more proactive, that's where I'm looking. But speaking of,
yeah, it looks like FUT are up for the fight as well. Sop though sent straight in, and it's Zeus to find Beepo, and away we go. They want the fight, and they want it now. Martin waiting.
oh,
Starzo with R3!
I got the spike.
Lines him up and knocks him down. We thought it was going to be Martin. Absolutely not. And now into the 2v2. Plant is going to be in play.
Can
Yellow
Yesterday get off?
J. Oh my god, he's still alive. Yeah, you didn't get past Mini though. Now Sociable in the 1v2. Trying to toy with the positioning off the neural theft. He's going to have his work
They're
cut out
lined up
here.
for him.
Yeah, maybe they don't
know he's got
the
off.
operator. I think he was trying to toy with it even on that information filtering through, but I don't know how he's going to deny this. Is Glyph sitting on the defuse. This one has just slipped away from them. You saw the pace, but what a saving moment for Starzo. We've got to see that back.
on a slightly deeper angle here outside of the choke point. Beautiful catch here. Martin didn't even need to find any of these opening kills. He's the one that gets shot first. Across the lead. Just on the swing out here.
Your mic, your mic.
Well, I think we figured what the problem is.
He's celebrating. It's a problem.
Go, go, go.
Okay, ult still there with Martin and Starzo. And a swift reminder for FUT.
People going forwards with this prowler here. Martin alongside him.
Well, I guess this is how you do it, right? Can you find value on the defending side? Sure, if you go on the attack.
Cross the lead to fall in the back lines. Looking to try and offset this now with a little pressure towards B, but Mini to find Sop here. The great trade from yesterday. Zeus looking to pop on the back of that.
Yeah, Glyph knows it though.
Right there.
It's already called out. He's got help coming as well. I think Martin's just off to behind him. Yeah, everyone now coming over to this side.
You have the lockdown here. They're going to potentially invest it early. Rifle to confirm at least 2 have scaled up to sight.
There's the lockdown. They should be able to put it together.
Mate's got space behind this though.
They certainly do. And Zeus is in a lot of danger. Any more flashes left? I think most of those burned. So this is going to be a pretty raw fight, but it is going to be the ult coming in, and Zeus
Overstays.
gets mowed down. Denied to get any more there from Yelajay, but still there's problems here. This is a 4v2. They can just simply trade in effectively. And look at the moves going out now. Martin on 3 as Sociable left last alive. Try to defend against this. And there's nothing more to be done. Mates getting way back into control. Looking on the same page again.
Composure displayed here by Mates. Great catch from Mini. Actually a beautiful opener here from Martin. Like I said, but that's a fantastic shot to Sop.
One enemy remaining.
He's looking so well drilled in terms of these retakes on the side of Gentlemates. Themselves up to 11 in this series versus somebody now we're pitting towards the top of EMEA.
Without a star, I cannot.
Operator
I'm out of here.
on the B side, kind of reading it was going to be this B approach. Big switch up actually for Mates at this point. And the Prowler doesn't go far enough to deal with that utility.
They're going to have to try and dig that out themselves. Starzo, a probe towards mid, and actually deep exploration on B-Long from both duelists on the side of Mates. Will give them a ton of information here. Actually, even Beepo posted
There.
on this op.
This is such a tough round for FUT now.
I love this as well. Again, going through the checklist here in terms of the defense. Starzo now completely conceding this space. They are ready to potentially greet this site here. It's what they love to do. Fire activity is going to pay off for them here. Mini going to spot on the spy cam as well.
God, this is uphill for FUT, isn't it?
Look at what they're walking into.
Yeah. And sadly, they have no idea. Maybe seeing the cam there, they've got a little bit more of an indicator, but again, the Prowler not clearing. Oh, this is going to be tough. Away we go. Luckily for Zeus, he can navigate past it. Not too many problems on that front, and also the one towards main navigated past as well, but this gets tough. This doesn't feel safe. There's a lot of bodies here. Mini able to control the space and just spray through the wall as well. This is going well for them. Just holding on to the correct amount of room. Got to be careful not go too far, because if they do, they're going to walk into these trips. It does get cleared. Mini still thriving. Zeus answering back, but the amount of bodies here, the Mates simply have, and it's all on Sociable. Last time pulled off the flank of Dreams. He's got to do it again.
He goes left here.
I love that. I love this. Sociable, waiting. Again, spots it. It's good. Needs one more. Waiting, Starzo again, able to do what is necessary, but Sociable
No charges.
really gave it a damn good go. God, that was close.
The upgrade as well on the back side of it.
Pulling them in.
The operator, great hold here from Mace, like I said, well equipped to do so, but just had no idea the extent of what they were walking into. Still got themselves into a position where Sociable could potentially clutch this one out.
So close there. Oh, it's 7-12. This now is for all the marbles, really. 3 in succession. They've got to feel good again. The information game was just theirs from the start. It was so uphill for FUT. So even going down to that 1v1 at the end was impressive. But FUT didn't know that. They hadn't figured out that pressure on B-Long. And once again, they go back into the absolute mayhem of this A-side approach. More aggression. But Sop willing to greet it with a smile. But Mini's been a problem, and he's been so hard to clear, getting value every time. This time, does he get to live? No. Crosstalee's got him dead to rights. Sight might be theirs.
The pause for thought here is that Spike makes its cross. Full 5v3 here. I don't think Mates are really too interested in contesting this. Already making their way back towards the B site. I'm going to try and protect these funds as best they can. FUT actually we're going to be loving that though. If all 5 players survive here, be a huge boom. Bit of a cushion to carry across here. Jay just caught slipping. Yeah, no more if they want to protect this opportunity to, again, force another comeback, to be honest with you.
But I quite like that there was a pace change to that. Again, I guess it keeps the, I don't want to say information game, but the fact that he couldn't really push the player up B-Long again, kind of cheat that additional body over, kind of, I don't want to say going in blind, it wasn't blind, but it was a little bit pacier just to try and catch at least the timing on maybe getting a fair fight on the A side. which they did. 8-12, not out of it yet. FUT starting to maybe have an answer back and at least stop the rot of those 3 rounds in succession.
In terms of this All-Star crash, he's just looking at Crosstalite. Just missing one. Sociable and Zeus just past halfway, and Yetijay have a lockdown as well. So still plenty of opportunities here. If FUT can find another round, potentially apply some pressure in terms of the finances here for Mates. Just feel as if Mates are getting themselves into that sort of rhythm we saw in the first half, though.
Hold on. They're up for a fight here. They're looking to challenge through. Great timing, though, to fight back. Sop needs to land this.
Oh, Starzo!
Starzo, the one to catch him. I thought Sop was set up to succeed. Denied, punishing the stack. And they are running. You can see across the lead, he's trying to get out of there. He's noted everything. They know there's probably only one player towards that B site, but where? And can Crosstalite survive?
Oh, he's nearly spammed out here.
My God, but he gets to live.
Wait, hang on. Does he read this as a full rotation? No, they're going to continue on to B site here. Glyph wisely backing away.
Right there.
There's a trip to stop Crosstalite from fully lurking across the map. He can jump over it, though.
Yeah,
he's jumped it.
Okay, there is going to be layers to this, but they still have to deal with the players.
Mini's still
trying to
looking
retake the
backwards.
site.
What?
I can't.
Oh, no. Oh, my God, he's still there.
How is he looking that way? There's no way he heard the jump. Unbelievable stuff. Okay, well now, good luck for this one's got.
Oh, Sociable!
I guess the gods are on your side this time. 2v2. Glyph though, putting in work. Zeus needs this, wants this, gets this. FUT's still alive.
A crazy round.
How did he figure out someone's behind him?
That is absolute. Did we miss a camera or something?
Was there a cam? There's got to be something there.
It's just crazy work from Mini to still be holding a cheeky little grin on his face as well when he landed that shot. Oh, Glyph does so well to find 2 dropping out from heaven here. Zeus stuck in a really awkward engagement around the pillar. Able to close this out though, and it will reset Mates in terms of the buy. Just the one rifle for Glyph here. Sheriffs elsewhere. Do have a divide available for Sociable. Zeus
Right there.
at the next closest here, but yesterday already noted the progress towards the lockdown previously. Will be key in terms of piecing together one of these buy rounds, potentially for FUT.
Okay, divide, potentially conquer, but Glyph.
Oh
my
no!
God, that timing! Almost a body block from Sop flying in there like that. So FUT get 2. They got the site. They should be able to get the plant. That could be another ult coming in here. That could be ready for Zeus
Spike
potentially.
planted.
Yeah, that's his job now. So Martin, Starzo, and Bipo, why not make a go of it?
I think they're going to be an opportunity here to find a freebie ahead of this. Might just wait things out. If anybody from FUT oversteps the mark. Rifles
There.
to find an upgrade, potentially offset Mates buy back in, but I don't think anybody necessarily gains from that situation right now. Only being if they find a couple of kills on the way out here. Crosstalite absolutely will do so. More progress towards his ultimate. About halfway, and Zeus to clean up. A flawless round here for FUT to find number 10. Back in a position here where it's a crucial buy round now to potentially swing this momentum back in their favor, close out the map. Be hard to stop FUT. They're hitting this sort of tempo. Looking a lot cleaner in some of these engagements as well. It's Mates to call a timeout. Obviously have Starzo's to put something in motion. Looks like they might just look to brute force their way into A main here.
We've seen this before, though. Don't know what the adjustment's going to be. Crossley's been pretty slippery here getting away from this.
Tucked into the choke point here. Nobody overstepping just yet. Don't get noted by the Prowler. Crosstalite, got to be careful though.
Okay, this is going to be the go. They have to get Crosstalite down. That is a high priority for Mates. And he's done so well already. Takes away Martin, notes the other 2. Now, what do the rest of FUT want to now do with this information?
They're actually hunting Starzo here, initially noted by dealing with the reveal, and that's why Zeus invested his ultimate towards Art. They couldn't scale up. I'm not sure what happened there. Be able to potentially wrap behind this setup in the choke point. It's going to be Yetajay now to re-explore main solo, by the way. Take a little bit of time. Starzo already making his way back towards A. And they're going to go back forwards here. I mean, FUT just waiting for somebody to come drifting forwards on the side of
30
mates.
seconds left.
Cliff has to be a little bit careful. Starzo going to be denied being able to spot the cross. Could try and maybe catch on the C's. Not going to get it, but carry on cautiously, yes, but plants in play. Glyph is going to find Yetajay. That's got to be completely blind. There's no way he got any cue about that one. Starzo trying to slip the net as well. Going to find a fair fight. Can't quite convert towards Zeus, who's kept control towards the back of the site. But now there's problems. Sociable can't do it all. And it took everything to figure that one out. But mates do make it across the line at 13-10.
Impressive first year on their own map pick, for sure.
No,
Excited to see
danger.
Martin. I'm excited to see Martin kind of toy with different agents, for sure. Again, Phoenix really light my world on fire.
No.
And solid map 1 performance here, but I think certainly in terms of this combination between him and Beeper on the Neon is what I'm more excited to see.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that Martin mechanically is just really good. It's does he look good on the agent, right?
Yeah.
It's that little difference here. And I wonder how much time he spent, you know, committed to this. Now, looking at the positioning, really topsy-turvy round. Going to be a quick pivot considering they've seen it wide open, but Crostally's heard this. And, well, Martin's checked it. Going to catch Crosstally and know the additional body there as well.
They've got 2 posted in spawn yet.
Mates have navigated this just perfectly.
Themselves a plant behind the site here. Huddle 2 back in towards long here. Zeus and Sociable got a ton of work to do.
Yeah, this isn't easy. Martin here with that Sheriff 2 is going to make it really difficult. Zeus does manage to pick apart Mini at least and try to break the sight line there. That was quite well done actually.
But Sociable!
That's 3 in the round already. And Sop wants in on the action. That, considering how it started, is an unbelievable outcome.
Flipped this on their head. Fantastic conversion here from FUT. Like I said, they had a ton of work to do, get themselves across the line here in long. Zeus finding the first and then setting Sociable up here to break the crosshair placement. And even that double hold deep towards spawn falling short as well. 4 mates. Certainly going to be happy with that one. Beepo throw a Bucky in the mix here. A couple of other pistol upgrades for mates to try and make something work in round 2.
Gotta go.
Be a turn of pace potentially here.
Let's see what we can do with this one. Beepo, we've seen a couple of Neons with shotguns in this sort of area, looking quite good. Don't know if I'd quite put you in the same category, but you've got yourself towards the site. So do you get a plant? That's the next question. Certainly toying with the idea, but there we go. For the second time of asking, going to go for the commitment here. Starzo creeping in towards the smoke, trying to make something happen for himself. Going to be tricky. Pop flash, and he's buried. Yetajay just going to try and make it work there, but FUT holding numbers, better weaponry, and yeah, going to get the round. Let him have the plant. No worries. We got 4 alive. And we'll get the round itself.
He's really looking to pressure towards the back lines here. Able to not really find too much value, but back-to-back plants at least will be in a position here for a full purchase in the 3rd. Yetajay just tucked in here again, wisely playing anti-flash behind this smoke. Great catch as well from Glyph to at least win out from that situation, but nobody else finding value.
Nice! Clean, clean.
Okay, want to see how this keeps going here. Looking at the buy, it's still got some validity. Those Bulldogs in play. That Judge there with Sop, and they're up for a biff. But going aggressive right into that spot. Is going to be met by sheer force.
What?
Beepo, how did you get 3? It should have been the other way around, but Beepo all too prepared for this and putting on his best Danby impression, it looks like. Flying further forward. He doesn't want Sociable to have a shot in this round. 5-0 for the man, though. Having a marvelous start here. This would be the answer mates were looking for. Imagine 5 alive coming out of this one.
Looked pretty good. I mean, Sociable's going to get ultimate regardless of outcome here. You can find a kill. Oh, he's found by mates. Looks like Starzo might be the one to spot him. Oh, got the first here. Stun doesn't land, but Starzo able to clean things up here. First round on the board for mates. Not quite flawless, but barely breaking a sweat on the way in with Beepo doing a ton of work with that judge. Yeah, crazy exchange here inside. Smoke on short.
Oh yeah, this meta is crazy.
Yes, yes it is.
Yeah. Neon and a judge, man. It works very well. Okay, 2-1. Glyph's gonna have ult almost instantly. Sociable as well.
Launching smoke.
Be right back.
And it looks like it's aggression from the word goes. Who's going to get involved? It's Sop though set into the action. Beepo on the trader has to do more. Gets more. Brilliant from Beepo. Doesn't quite check the corner though. And Sociable still going to be alive. The ult's going to come down. Possibly forced forward. Can't get out of it. Glyph's ult finds value. 3v2 as Sociable and Yeta J going to get cleared on this. Now the site is so ready and available. Obviously they don't know that. Going to bide their time. Mini clearing house. Yeta J, however, maybe irrelevant to this one.
Settle for an orb.
I think that might be what you're going to get here. But what an explosive start. And I hope we see this more from these teams. Just these really explosive beginnings. I mean, look towards where everyone died.
Mates are able to get ahead of that crunch, actually, so quickly. Even then, Beepo's starting to shine a little bit. Maybe looking at a tad more comfortable on this stage.
Well, that's what we were waiting for as well, is because obviously it's hard to kind of look as impressive when you're next to someone like Martin, who's had probably one of the most impressive runs of form as of late. Even statistically, we all saw it, right? So it's fair to say that maybe Beepo does, fall a little bit lower down in the conversation. But if we see him find some really impactful rounds on that Neon, as he's doing here, be it with a judge or without, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I want to see
I don't care how it comes.
Yeah, exactly.
With what, but the ability to find value. Obviously, the baseline we need to expect, especially alongside Martin, where there is this question mark of some of the comps maybe changing up a little bit. This situation is certainly shining. Playing this so well. Only just a slight criticism on the clearance into hookah, but can't fault him too much on that. Let's have an ultimate now in hand.
Step up.
So we'll see a buy here. Martin actually going to bring a scope in. Try and punish this lesser buy on the side of FUT.
Right here.
We're stacked up to maybe just burst into showers on contact, but mate's anticipating something fishy here in round 5.
Yeah, gonna have to be frugal with the investment of utility. Do want to make sure they clear this out with diligence and not make a fumble. Obviously, Yeta J tasked with a lot to handle, right? If you look at the way the map is right now, but just taking their time here. Are going to be stacked up on this. Mates working together. And the dog can see nothing. So they go towards site. This is where it could get a bit sketchy here. Beepo trying to go towards the back line. He's going to spot out one and going to deal with Sop. Follow-up not found. It's Zeus there. Flash on a swing. It's going to be messy. Mates holding the numbers though, but Yeta J going to catch Cliff getting curious above the box and maybe a quick evacuation as they're on the run now. Martin, last man alive.
She being here, Yeta has a full shield. So it's going to make it difficult for Martin to at least string together both of these kills.
Sociable going to go first though. There it is. That's going to bury him. Martin, you got to make this work. And as you said, that full shield though. Waiting with the ult. Yeta J taking the journey. Tag. Oh, wow. Martin's got the upper hand here.
Now it's a little easier.
Yeah, much easier. Hell, the shorty might do the job. Yeta J, this is a horrible scenario, isn't it? The time going to become a factor. Has to do something about this. Stand his ground. Martin can check the spike. He knows nothing's happening. Doesn't need to do too much here. He might have this one in the bag. Martin once again, ice cold with this one. Yellow J, doesn't really matter what you do now. The round is gonna be mates.
I'm sure we'll bait out the ultimate, but yes, they really needed a half on that first tap. It did have a sound cue to maybe stick that down, but again, it just gets dicey once you have to absorb the second layer to that 1v1.
My ultimate is ready.
Martin able to reset perfectly off this first pick onto Sociable. Rifles back in hand for Operator, for SOP as well. A couple more of these ultimates starting to get closer and closer for the side of FUT. In terms of investment, though, it's been heavily favouring the mates.
Corner this time. Sociable again, trying to find a way through there, but kind of getting ankle broken.
Oh, Martin!
God, I mean, the 1-2 punch there is looking good, right? That nice little combination work. That's what we're looking for as well. How well do Martin, people kind of work together on taking this space? So far, ticking the box.
Go, go, go.
So it was a comfortable post plant here for. Don't even want to entertain the possibility of piecing something together. It was Sociable falling so early and then Crossley found for free, effectively blind in between a couple of those smokes, and it's all but decided in the first 20 seconds. You don't necessarily want to see FUT, especially with Bebo playing like this, FUT go forwards and try and challenge that initial burst, but they need to come up with an answer. A couple of rounds now where Bebo is able to just completely take over
Gotta go.
the early round for mates.
Yeah, nice that mates are kind of giving FUT the experience of internationals right now. You get
This
to
is what it was
enjoy
like,
this.
by the way, guys. This is
what you missed out on.
This is what you missed out on.
Yeah, that front line is hard, right? It is really, really hard to handle. Obviously, though, you don't want to fall back completely, but maybe that operator trying to get in the right place. But again, when it's so pacey, how do you even get the players into those positions? Again, that Neon can't be everywhere at once. So it's a bit of a gamble in that regard, but Sociable has to be really careful, right? He's top of the board right now for FUT, but a really fine margin.
Sociable still, I mean, the switch up here being on the judge, so maybe a better
Yeah.
tool for the job.
That's what it
Flashed in
takes.
again here.
Yeah, there it is. That'll do it. Judge gonna work out. Oh
my God.
my word, this guy is sharp, but great stall actually to keep him breathing. But Martin, through all of that, has still found Crossley.
How?
I'm not sure, if I'm honest, as Mini's got his reward on the other side of the map. They've made space in the meantime, and that allows for this rotation to come through.
Solid audible. Again, very, very instinctive play here. Sociable's up close. Removed here by Glyph. Just down to Sop and Zeus. You've kind of missed the timing here in this rotation. Sop, got to be careful once this smoke expires.
Spike planted.
Just lovely.
Another one layered on top.
The manipulation of the map, if I can get my words out, has actually been marvelous from mates. That's a lot of M's to say.
Yes.
I shouldn't have gone for it, if I'm honest. And then there's Mini getting the kill just to make it worse.
Yeah.
But no, it was really, really impressive to watch, considering how chaotic it looked. The way they were able to still get that progress going on, he's still able to kind of cancel, hit that rotation.
This is where Mini shines, right? You talk about him having a quieter time in Santiago, but these are the sort of value rounds that really, really show just how impactful he is for this roster. Alongside some of the information that I'm sure Starzo is feeding across to him. Flash didn't catch here, so not going to have a decent understanding of where Sop could be. Be able to hold on, hold on to this operator. And the buy's not going to be there for FUT. So mate's going to be teed up to maybe find a sixth to follow.
Again, Martin, so good with this.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, for FUT, this is starting to get frustrating, I'm sure, right? It's how many times we're going to lose on these sort of fights. We had, a bit of a back and forth at the beginning. Maybe
Well, this
could
is the
have
one
found
that,
something with
like I
the
said,
judge.
it's the audible after Bepo's fallen, so...
Hard game. Now we've gone into the thick of it. You can see how that timeline's gone drastically in favor to mates, and I want to give a lot of credit to Bepo here. Again, holding his own towards the top. And for FUT, they've got to learn on the fly, right?
down.
Bring that operator in somehow if you can. If not, find a new answer. Already adjustments being shown here. Bepo going to be denied a quick springboard and a crunch for FUT. That'll do the
Beautiful.
job. That denies Bepo completely. Glyph actually gets away with it. Not going to be cleared, but then the ult going to come down. They've invested everything to this.
Themselves two to the good here.
Spike
Couple of upgrades as well. Starzo actually going to catch the stun here, but not going to be picked off.
This is
towards Sop, though. Martin is going forwards through pipes.
He's trying to find them an X factor, a way back in, maybe some security through CT at the very least. Martin, how long do you wait? Not quite long enough. Sop faster with it. Starzo on the swing, gonna spot them out still. Down to 2, they can get surrounded and they know it. You can see the discomfort. Mini trying to find a corner to play from. Look for some security. Starzo might just have to shoulder this one off angle. Yeah, only going to be good if you instantly landed the first. Not to be. Outdone, outrun. FUT back to the wall, come out swinging.
Flawless conversion here on a lesser buy. But didn't feel like that with the investment outside showers for sure. A fantastic crunch. The back of both Zeus and Sociable investing here. And Glyph give it a chance, but unable to weather the storm here. And the crucial catch is Sop finding Martin, and he could really slow things down. Sop being the only player on that side of the map, and everybody else forced then into showers. They have to readdress short, and at that point, the time becomes a little concerning.
Okay, after the timeout, a really nice success for FUT, but they'd love to string something together. That was a little bit of a pocket play, right? Like something they bring out once in a while. I don't know if you can repeat that over and over. So now what do? Now we're back into the thick of it.
Right here.
Patience being displayed from mates as they wait.
He's probably anticipating further aggression to follow the timeout here, especially with a set piece to follow. To pave the way all the way through to TP. Sop somehow allowed to live.
Okay.
That's
what have we
anti-flash.
just seen?
That's
That
anti-flash.
was more than anti-flash. That was weird. I don't know what's just happened, man. I don't know how everyone's still alive.
How have they got out of that?
I have no idea how Glyph lived.
I mean, Sop was so blind as well. It was just like, I think Martin just panicked on the recall ever so slightly.
My ult's ready.
All right, but they do have the Seekers here.
Not going to tell him too much, though.
No, not really. And the Molly going to go through, but Zeus gets caught. Coming through TP, trying to maybe help out, and the Seeker is going to connect towards where Yedajay is as well, so pretty telling in that aspect, but possibly could still be essential. Yeah, he absolutely is. 2 big kills. Mate's still going to work for this. And Sop is fast, man. That operator with him is filthy, but Glyph in the 1v2. 20 seconds to play with.
Get the ult off plant. And again, it's almost as if Sop's allowing that to happen.
I like that they've let kind of this position with Yedajay change up here, right? Because remember where that Seeker caught him. So very, very subvertive play. But Glyph with that ult is an issue.
Can find this kill. It's a fine angle. Sop again, so sharp on this peak to find the kill. But FUT within touching distance of tying things up here. And you look at the funds for Mates, not necessarily going to be feeling the pinch just yet. 2 big ultimates to invest now, being the pit and the orbital strike, but Crossley goes huge outside this smoke. It's Sop to keep on shining with this operator.
Come on,
I've never seen someone look so comfortable in the least comfortable positions. Sop if it's like a sitter, a boring shot holding an angle, less threatening. A sight execute, 3 different players flying at you, sick, got it, no worries. What a wild, wild game this is turning out to be. 4-5 now. 2 rounds back to back. Maybe a solution found for FUT, but is there a response from Mates?
Yes, they could get melted here.
Yes, he could. Good luck, Yedajay.
Oh, he's actually backing away now.
Yeah, probably the right plan as well. Oh my word, that committed spray towards Martin. And he's getting invested, he's getting involved! Beepo turns at the right time for that. Zeus could be forced a little bit out of position. Oh my god, these shots! That was clean, but it's still a 3v2. FUT have advantage in numbers. Gonna note the operator on Sop there. Not a surprise at this point. Seeker's gonna come down from afar.
Not going to tell him too much here. Beefo actually going to go forwards here, will challenge the dog. But does he continue on that path? I mean, Crossley's actually pathing up towards heaven.
I'm looking at Sociable's position, though. That could be such a nasty late-game surprise. I quite like what I'm seeing Starzo attempting to do, though. Take a fight that he could maybe win, but Sop is just being the distraction. And Crossley the one to strike, but Beepo again, still in the fight. 2 bullets. Beepo.
Where's the confidence?
Beepo. Oh, Beepo, you got... Yeah, okay, there we are. Hit the reload, fair play, but he's still buying the time. Eats the flash as well. That might get Crossley towards half. He's got him. Beepo with 4. There's the man we wanted to see. Starting to shine in his own right.
Can only take the second one as well. Hold on. Gone for the style points. ETJ just, I mean, a bold maneuver. Nearly pays off for him, but
One enemy.
there's still security in that sort of situation.
Nice! Let's go!
From mates that
Crazy guy, what are you doing?
probably towards yesterday.
Do you think so?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'd like to know, though.
Yeah, we'll get clarity afterwards. Okay, off rip. Gonna pop Sop in there. Does have a judge. So I wouldn't want to go through that.
Dipping his toes, at least. And testing the water. Not very inviting, though. Starzo with an operator in hand here. Try and work a pick, potentially.
Sop's now in control of this space. Go clear. Yes, it does. I mean, Judge still controlling the position. Starzo trying to draw all eyes and let Martin try and go forward here. You're looking at the slip through the old Yetajay, just playing on the outside of it. Beautiful connection on Mini as well. Punishing perfectly.
Oh!
Yetajay on 3. And even Starzo and Glyph already noted Sop trying to hunt them down. Going to be surprised by Glyph, but to clear 4 more, that's a lot to ask. Glyph?
Make that 3.
You've-
Spikes and
you've
showers,
got-
though. He needs a kill and
Sociables. I mean, that's,
spotted him.
yeah, I guess he does only have the judge otherwise, so it was going to be the classic to put him to bed, but scoreline recovery here from FUT, up to 5 now.
Old Swires have to check in. Beepo and Mini. There's available here for the next. It's a great hold from Yetajay. Catching the third onto Martin. Just can't get onto that angle quick enough.
Pour one out.
Nice!
It's still a dysfunctional buy, but Starzo on a Bulldog, Beepo on a Bucky. Not going to matter too much with his ultimate available. Sop still operator in hand. It's only Zeus with an ultimate here for round 12.
I quite like that they posted Sop to this position, considering this was really working for mates earlier on. Oh! He is a delight to watch, and so's that on the right! Sociable, outdoing them all! Maybe even another!
Oh my God!
Finishing with pizzazz! 6 apiece!
Clean from Social here to tie things up on the half. Fantastic stuff from FUT.
Oh, that is brilliant. What a bit of confidence to them. Speaking of confidence, the crowd is getting fired up. We're going to hand it over there to hear how it's going down on the stage.
Sure if you guys can hear me because there's a lot of noise and commotion going on right now. But I got super fans of Gentlemates. We got Thomas here, we got Mohammed here. I'm gonna ask, do you have a favorite player on Gentlemates?
Yeah, I think Oy's player is good, but I prefer Glyph and Martin.
Okay, do you have a favorite player?
I'm not really a great fan. I'm his friend, and he asked me to come. So, but
You're a super.
In terms of the overall approach here, really started working for FUT. That home stretch of the first half, a string of rounds. Obviously, now eyes go back towards the mates. Martin going to go forwards with this flash. The outside showers here. To recall all the way across here. Can FUT catch the other side of this though?
We're going to find out. Starzo's also hoping for something there. A shot in the dark. Bloody hell, he's still pretty clean with it. Does get outdone, but it's Starzo bailing them out, right? Soften targets, but he's going to find his value. Bloody hell, Sop, you're not meant to clutch this one out. There we are. Mini just going to push him across the line.
Almost in a position to get back behind this crunch. See, Martin gets himself into a position where, I mean, he has to try and stand his ground. A bailout round from Starzo.
It just comes out swinging, man.
Yeah.
Lovely timing on that push through the smoke. Couldn't really ask for more.
Sop tries to get it done with the frenzy, but and just too many bodies to overcome here. So that might be a similar approach once more for FUT here with a couple of pistol upgrades. What's that? Almost like they know.
They're like, something feels
Yes.
weird.
Nobody's swinging hookah. There's going to be a judge in there.
Good read. Good read. Away we go towards the other side of the map. Mini passively holding up from heaven. Obviously, we do have a position toward shower as well for Martin, who's already actually made really good progress. Dog going to come down and clear. That is going to be pretty indicative that there will be presence. So spurs them on. Why not? Mini. Oh, I thought he was out of the action, but that spike
down A.
bouncing away, and Martin's going to get his reward.
Oh, a spot of a pixel there.
Mini. Starzo, you're not going to win hearts and minds like that, mate. Sociable, last one living, and he's on the run. Good luck.
Unfortunately, Glyph is still here.
Yeah, Glyph hasn't left. So even if you get towards the site...
Yeah, he's tucked in as well. A very deep angle here from Glyph. Unfortunately, it's oh, just
30
giving it up
seconds
though.
left.
But yes, didn't cross.
Guardian
That
or
time
Frenzy.
gets caught anyway.
Yeah, that was wild. They actually tagged him down to, what, 9 HP here. And here comes the cavalry. You can go down swinging, but you'll go down nevertheless. Sociable going to do what he can. And it's not much here. Starzo going to clean up. A couple of kills for him at the start of the second half. And a good start for Mates to get up towards 8.
Starzo, great progress towards the Seekers, actually. Just maybe looking for a drop weapon somewhere or something. I'm not sure what was dropped, but come across here, a flawless conversion here for Mates to find number 8. Great catch from Mini as well, just a spot on
I didn't know I
second
saw
body.
it, yeah.
Down A.
I still didn't see it. I'm quite far away from that screen, but I still didn't see it.
Yeah. We'll say it's us.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we have? Again, you're coming in now with Bates still looking pretty solid in this. You got that judge still there, still a nuisance, hard to break through. Luckily able to get some decent shields up though for FUT, so not going to be punished too heavily by Mini. Still get nervous in these sort of rounds.
It's slow here, maybe anticipating a little bit of proactivity on the side of Mates. Just set up here, Martin shouldering the angle. Only a Bulldog, so certainly not going to commit to that first engagement. It's FUT now. Look to maybe regroup off this early default as Mates. Now group to go forwards on shore.
Yeah, but Yeda J.
Here, Martin to get over the top of this.
Oh, Yeda J. Oh! Okay, got to see it from his side there. That was unreal that he comes out the victor in that. I thought Beepo was teed up. They're not really backing away either. They've doubled down on this. We're going to hear from Mates themselves now.
I'll walk to Martin in a second.
I'm running B.
Viper, I'm on HP.
They'll go in now. You have smoke? Okay, bubble. Go with 10 minutes here.
I have no smoke.
How much fuel?
I'm going in the bubble, come.
3, 2. Let's go.
Go.
Kurwa, he's out.
Last player stands left.
Sop, though, keeping this safe so far.
Spike
Calm on the
planted.
comms. As this is going to be that bonus. And again, only really catching Yeda J, who hit, must have been a worldy shot. So I thought he, it looked like he just missed and then just hit like a mad straight bullet. But again, for Glyph, not sure what else you're going to really get from this. And I think he knows that this one is pretty much done for here.
You're giving a chance at a consolation here. I mean, they're going to want to protect their buy going forwards regardless. I mean, it's only really Sop that's going to benefit in terms of progress. We will get this 7th round on the board. Starzo, Seekers in hand. Good progress elsewhere. Really, you're looking towards Mini to his pit online to maybe set something in motion for Mates if they want to continue with the sort of proactivity we saw previously.
Give me that replay, surely.
So the bait and switch is perfect as well. But yes, Jay still shuts it down. Finds a follow-up as well.
One enemy remaining.
He's answering back. There was a couple body shots coming their way, so all's fair in love and war, I guess. 7 to 8, game still on. I was a bit worried it could have spiraled away, but it was only the bonus. Now we get into the buy, things get a bit more serious.
Thanks.
You've got to be tough as nails to get through this one.
Absolutely. Clawing their way back into this.
Oh no, that could be torture in there though. That judge. Oh, the punish on the pace. Look at this. People get overwhelmed. The scaling the FUT just pulled off was absolutely divine. Glyph with a worldy shot, but it doesn't really matter. site's going to be in the hands of FUT. They've got the plant ready to go.
They go forwards early here. Mini and Cliff both swinging out.
Oh, and it wasn't clean enough from Zeus. Mates making something out of nothing. And now we look at the post plant. What's remaining here? Molly still with Sociable. Yeta J, no store really left here. Gonna have to put his body on the line behind this. Martin head first. Goes and body checks. Ooh. Oh my god, that Molly may not be usable. But why need it now? You got Yeta J on the case. Gonna get you two. Unreal from Yeta J there.
Crazy approach towards Hookah here, and just the timing, maybe a miscommunication about who was going to deal with the dog, maybe some util in hand, but this two-man hold completely ripped to shreds between Zeus and Sop. As you noted, Yeta J.
Yes.
Crucial
That's it, man. That's it.
to swing things back in their favor. Tied up 8 apiece now. Mates left licking their wounds. Few sheriffs and a bucky to invest here. Around 17 of Smack. Sociable, connecting again.
Yeah, I think he knows there's going to be more behind this. Really prepared. Again, they're just feeding Yeta J at this point. The more confidence he gets, the scarier he gets. So now Mini and Glyph, very much probably irrelevant to outcome at this point, unless they hit something that's going to blow my mind. But again, looking where the deaths are, this was kind of get it done sort of round, it felt like.
They're maybe just looking for something a little spectacular at the start of this round. They get shut down before they can even really get the ball rolling. Now both Glyph and Mini positioned over towards 8. Still 5 strong FUT headed towards B.
Time to hunt.
And that's it. You look at what's following in the next few rounds. You're going to have a massive advantage in terms of this ult cycle. I mean, Sociable, Zeus, Crostally all very close. Alongside Sop and Yeta. Pass the plant across to Sociable. Try and prioritize that orbital strike.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Chance to maybe bolster a post plant to follow this. Not going to see any attempt between Glyph and Mini. With just these sheriffs, again, probably conscious of the progress as well. Yeah, look at the money that's behind this for FUT.
Yeah, they're building up a nice bank behind them. Again, the ults starting to look a little scary too. For Mates, I'm going to need to find a little bit of a way through this now. The answer's there from FUT. And Sociable, very nearby now. Actually very nearby, Yeta J. Just farming, man. FUT are in form here. Flawless round coming through, and it couldn't have been a better time.
No. Well, the pit, the orbital strike available now to them in a very, very solid position now. That's probably why we're going to see Mates call a timeout here to consider what's to come. Yeta J just delivering once more to shut down this aggression.
Nice!
Way towards market. Fantastic work from him. Quiet to map 1, but certainly starting to shine now.
I'm kind of checking in on the Mates side here, right? Their timeout is very quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's spooky.
I don't
There's
like
nothing
it.
happening in there.
Oh, do I have to talk or
Love
something?
the sound of my own voice.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
It's why we do this job. Now, looking at the ult, so something that you were noting, and we can't ignore, FUT have near on a full hand. Some really impactful ults to play with. This time we do at least have the Seekers ready for Starzo, but beyond that, it'd be Glyph close by, Martin one away, but in this round, very much ready for FUT.
Mates concede a ton of space at the start of this round as well.
weird.
Maybe anticipating Sociable investing.
And the scary thing is, though, that they get to play this post plant.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that's a wind out your sails there,
Well,
isn't it?
You can't hinder that gun, unfortunately. Doesn't get any easier on the way in there.
This feels like the day Sliggy was coaching. Put a judge anywhere we can. That'll do the job.
Link days.
I miss him. And so far, Mates just
Oh, Mini gets spammed all the way back into the smoke.
looked a little out of it in this round, if I'm honest.
Even here, the
Spike planted.
investment not necessary for FUT in terms of the advantage created. Just want to secure double digits.
Oh, it's lovely to get to 10, isn't it? Not sure what really happened there with Mates. I mean, the site was completely free, basically.
I mean, probably conscious of an investment
Yeah.
from Sociable early on in this round, but again, conceding a ton of space and then it relying on the dog to find or set Beepo up. Even there, I mean, it's spotted, it's dealt with. Beepo still fancies his chances versus Sop. So a relatively free round here for FUT to find double digits.
They get to maintain these ults as well. You still got Sops, you still got Sociables.
That's it, yeah. I mean, you could have done there with not. Again, the pit is really what tells mates, yeah, don't even bother.
Yeah, that's just the nail in the coffin of the round. 10-8. No resistance to be found there. So, mates, we got to get the ball rolling. This is 4 in a row now for FUT.
Mates on the brink of a comfortable ult cycle here. Only really going to be missing Beepos after this round. Okay, just missing 2 for Zeus and Crossley to offset the rest of FUT's cycle. The money, going to be awkward to follow this for mates, though. You got to see a response here. This one might just pass them by.
Yeah, weird seeing them look a little flat after that, but maybe this is the one that kind of brings them back in. Starzo on the side of the map that's receiving the site hit so far. We're going to have a player posted in as well towards Huka. Away on the time. This is 4 players here. This is a lot of bodies to try and clear. Close flash, going to note someone's watching this, but it doesn't give away too much. This is going to have the ult coming in. Flash close. They're looking to burst towards side.
Sociable swing!
He just didn't stop running. People didn't stand a chance, and Zeus with a great follow-up. FUT scaling looks lovely in this. Yes, a couple of casualties, but Mini would have to go wild here.
He did pick up a gun!
Has to go back for seconds. Oh,
tried to swap out. A great execution here in the placement. Not sure if even that was a little bit off. There was a gap between the orbital strike and the molly, but perfect execution here onto a 4-man strong site for mates.
And that's the part that matters to me. 4 players were here. It was known. This, it didn't look like Sociable stopped running in my book. I don't know. From his side of things, it looks very different, but he was moving.
Nice. Tranquilo.
No, be excited, be excited, be excited.
Batman said there's still a chance that we lose this. Ever the optimist.
Yeah, this still does get scary though, even if there's like a timeout here or something for mates. The problem is that they've got loads of ults to bring in themselves as well.
And it is of the tactical variety.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was having a look.
Lots to consider here. Like I said, to farm.
Yeah, he absolutely could.
I got yous, okay?
All right, high flash, fight down long.
Stop's there.
Blinded.
High flash, fight down long. Sop is there, but he's only going to get 1. But the trades are better for FUT so far. They come out with a man advantage. Good information, I guess, and the bodies are in the right place. But look at the progress from the other J. Do they turn? Do they back away from this, or do they continue going? No respect shown. Sociable is having a game here. Top of the board. And he's not stopping, man. It looks too easy. It looks too easy.
To finish. What? Sociable is playing a lights out right now. 23 and 10. Single-handedly delivering this one for FUT. Absolutely insane. Get the catch here, just catches a glimpse. It feels like the last bullet that he actually fires in that spray. And again, besting Mini at the end there of the classic.
So are they pointing and laughing?
Oh yeah, they are.
Are they pointing? There's a tech pause. They're pointing and laughing. Oh! Who pulled out the headphones?
I think he was probably pointing at Mini as well at the end. That's who's on either end of the PC bank.
That is actually wild. That in your basically.
I mean, it's what you got to do
here.
versus mates. They've already established their identity very early on this year.
Yeah, they will. Look, they give it as well, right? It's all fair in this sort of format. If you're going to do it, you get it back. As BBL found out against G2, for example. But now, though, are we back underway? Yeah, we are. Quick one. All
No
good.
music needed there.
DJ's asleep, man.
Still ultimates to invest here for mates, but need to find 4 to get themselves back into bind here. Just missing 1 point for Beepo. Not seen on the recall already. Mates continuing to go forwards here.
And it's all heard. Crossley and J are here.
Martin is on a rifle, and again, he can slow things down with his ultimate if needs be. He's just jump spotting towards showers.
Did you imagine, though?
You imagine if Sop.
If Sop.
Oh, yeah. No more.
No more.
No more.
No. No mas.
Tranquilo.
Okay. For now, Mate's trying to get to the right side of the map here. Sop still holding this. This feels a bit tense, doesn't it? A lot of ults here for Mates, and they are on the right side of the map. Still 48 seconds. There could be a pivot, but it looks like FUT ahead in this way.
We're just waiting for the right timing to invest this smoke to cut the sight lines. Actually trade off here with the smoke investment from FUT, but you know, hold on, maybe just waiting to crunch on the
30 seconds left.
tap of the spike.
Zeus could be on for a heater here if him and Sociable can actually pressure these back lines, and Hot Flash is going to affect, but Stars are going to clear Sociable. Zeus still waiting. All that noise and all that commotion, he is going to go down, but Saab swings in. The spike's still not planted though. There is still a problem here, and 8 seconds ain't much to play with. There's no way you're doing that! Stop! You're new to this stage! How have you done that to one of our veterans?
Success Mates are able to create for themselves on this defensive half.
And it feels like that's becoming a more common conversation, right? Those defensive sides, how competent, how many rounds you can get, and how much you can do with it. So already, Zeus going to be testing towards C-Long. Beepo's been noted. He's lucky to be alive, and actually a great bit of stall.
Yeah. And the Molly just to make sure nobody paths forwards here. So no harm, no foul. Mini disconnected from A site here. Ton of bodies ready to get behind this for the Mates. Oh, just catching ETJ, transitioning back towards window and mid control. Now firmly in Mates control.
Yeah, they are not backing away from this either. A nice amount of pressure to begin with, and then look at Martin's reposition as well. They've already drawn that first blood on towards ETJ. They know they've got them pinned in here. They haven't really been able to work it out at the moment. Zeus gonna have to strike. Ooh. I mean, come on. Okay, Zeus.
One enemy remaining.
Putting on a show. Zeus with a reminder of how good he is.
Beautiful pistol round. And the reset is completely removed from FUT in terms of catching ETJ when they did. Mates, like I said, firm control of the middle of the map here. It's only Zeus to offset that. Catching every single person. Clean, crisp with the headshots. Fantastic start.
And look, there's a lot of names to talk about when you have Martin in a server. Beepo's having a bit of form there, hit towards him on Bind. You have obviously now Sop joining the equation, but Zeus was one of the originals who drew a lot of eyes towards his capabilities, but Sop instantly wants to start building up himself here.
The start of this map just be about the momentum carried across from Bind.
Yeah, certainly could be. Oh! They're just taking turns, man. If this duo really aligns, there is problems for everyone else in EMEA. Now, we don't know the potential of them. We don't know how high they can really work together, but
I'm a fan.
I'm already on board.
Absolutely. Let's see how far they can go with this. A team that we are asking for success, finally. I mean, to be honest, like I said, the bar was pretty low.
Yeah, it was.
Coming into today, it's not a criticism at all. Especially coming up against the Mates. Already going above and beyond in my eyes. Blowing me away. Going to be a consolation to be found here. Well, maybe you'll catch one.
Enemy remaining.
And that's about it.
Stop on the cleanup.
Bro, let someone else have a little moment here, dude. You're good. You're good. You had a great couple of maps. It's just the battle at the top here between Zeus and Sop. Zeus currently on 5, Sop on 4.
The catch on Stars on the very last frame. And only 2 kills going in Mate's favour so far. Zeus and Sop already great progress. Zeus actually just one away in this third round. Wants to go forwards once more. Only 2 members of Mates here to hold down the fort, and Zeus might just invest his ultimate to set things in motion here. Exploration elsewhere. Beepo and Martin going forwards. I might just go for the confirmation on the drone here. Gonna be forced out of sight.
Yeah, okay, sight's theirs. Plant should be up next. Quick clear towards quad. Yeah, they're gonna have that down, but it is gonna be that flank, right? This is gonna be something that Yenj has to consider.
Spike planted.
Currently playing from sewer. Turret is not gonna be a problem. Who's gonna be in charge of this? I mean, you've got to be concerned. Yenj is going back and having a look. Doesn't quite see anyone yet, but they are close. Close enough to be a problem.
Now. Yeah,
okay, he's gonna be able to back away, but they now know that someone's there. You can already see on the case, he's gonna be cross delete. Gonna catch Martin, follow up, score 8 from cross delete. And this is a powerful look from FUT. Everyone on the same page. Confidence sky high. And Mini is being toyed with. Sop to close, but FUT all 5 online.
Running away with the start of Haven here. A bonus conversion, 4 left standing. A solid foundation. Again, on the half that you expect, I'd say historically, expect Mates to really be in control of. Maybe to slow things down, manipulate the map. First round here that they're actively pushing forwards.
Bro, he's going to save, bro.
Nice. It's good, it's good, it's good.
Lad can't believe his eyes.
Sop on 6, Zeus on 6. Who breaks ahead here between these two? Sop, can he put down a 5? So you're gonna have to slow the roll a little. Opportunity for Zeus to potentially take over. Since Glyph, gotta be careful to not get caught here. Can't make it out of that one.
Akbar the drone, he actually has to concede a ton of space.
Yeah, social hunting. He's gonna cop a tag, but drops the body anyway and gets out of there, draws the paranoia as well.
Yeah, big tool to be invested just to force him away.
Oh, cross delete. They catch Starzo, they keep going in. Zeus is gonna, I think, take the lead now. And this just looks simple, in zone, flawless. And now they're shooting bodies. Yeah.
Well, you live by the sword.
You die by the sword.
Yeah. All fair here down on the stage. Cross delete, Hunter's Fury in hand here. I was considering the transfer. I thought he might even go for the sway onto the second, but it's just looking so clean here in this anti-eco. Mates have to pump the brakes pretty early on here.
Yeah, they need to. Ooh. I mean, they haven't even got the ball rolling.
Nah.
Again, you look at the board.
The extremities, particularly A-long here, where Starzo's going to be tasked with controlling. Doesn't have that ability to say, you know, Martin can be here in the blink of an eye, effectively.
It is very different now. This new look coming back in. And if you're Starzo, you're getting a little bit worried, because you ain't got much to really fight this back with. Obviously, weapon in hand, a couple of shock darts, but you've got to give up the sight. The best you can hope for is to control a little bit closer on CT, but...
Concede to space, but yeah, don't read into it too much. The confirmation from the drone, not going to see anybody else either.
This is a really good read coming out from Mates, and actually this reclear in middle could be divine. Now there is going to be the alarm bot there. That is the only kind of saving grace if they try and set window. Okay, Yenj is going to catch Martin, and they know about the alarm bot being triggered too, so they should have a good idea of what's going on, but Yenj's got to be careful. Could easily be overwhelmed at this point. Yenj, oh my god, he could be on for another. He's seen them. He's absolutely seen them. And Mates are being absolutely outdone. Beepo's done really well there, but by now the site's got, you know, spiked down.
Ton of time being burnt up here. These players still have to transition back towards spawn.
And the two scary prospects of Sop and Zeus, now joined by Crostely, who has his ult, are on guard. Sociable the one to find Starzo. Put his name in the equation as well, I guess. As Beepo and Glyph, you're saving.
And so much respect given to Sop just running it down towards Starzo.
Last player standing.
Great trade off the bait here from Zeus.
Kill.
Beepo a second, a consolation, but he's going to be hunted down here. They do not want him to keep this rifle. Oh, actually, still gets it there, Beepo. Another one, maybe one more. And about his best a consolation you could ask for. A round of applause from the other side of the stage, but still FUT a clean sheet here on Haven. Any positives here in terms of its opening stretch of rounds, but Bippo will find one at least.
Got his ult. Got 5. Those are his first 5 kills. Now you got to do it when it matters. Fairly clear on the turret at least, but by now you can see where FUT are aiming. They fancy that C site. We haven't seen them fully commit towards this yet. A couple of early testers.
Also get a tag off this as well.
Ooh, okay, yeah, towards back flat. I'm looking to see this, and Mini's already dead. Zeus, this layering is so oppressive.
Actually get themselves up. Martin's still swinging though. Bippo's going to get a kill. Starzo's found one too.
Lovely re-clear there, taking that space right back away from them.
SJ finally making his way up towards site.
How far does he go? You've
Does
seen
he go straight to
basically
heaven
everyone
here?
there.
Yeah. Absolutely does. Crosstelly going to be able to get an open plant here, so plenty of options for FUT, but it is still a 2v3.
Spike planted.
Shock darts available for Starzo. Still got a drone as well. Looking a little dry elsewhere in terms of util.
This is a necessary round for mates.
Got to
3v2.
convert this advantage, yeah.
See if they can trade in well. Read into this post plant.
How deep Crosstelly's playing.
Yeah, he is.
Nobody's going heaven.
Oh dear. Well, that does open up a chance, doesn't it? Crossley still has that dart, no shock dart to play with. And, well, no one's even checking it.
Oh, he's going to get spammed out!
Yanijay made a bit of a meal of it, but now the information's there. Can Crossley make up for the bit of a problem that was beginning? Ignoring the shock dart, trying to play it forward. Has to deal with it. Oh my god, look at Martin's HP. 5 HP in a dream time. He's got him! Crossley with a clutch to remember.
Absolute heroics here. The last 2 standing for FUT. Again, trying to play ahead of this recon in heaven doesn't quite suit YetchJ, but Crosstelly. C just takes his time, so well composed. Absolutely fantastic conversion for FUT to find number 6.
Ooh, this is starting to feel like a different game now. Challenge is set, bar is there. Flawless thus far from FUT. Mate's trying to recover something now. Up towards long.
Get droned out.
Yeah, they are, but the stun's very good. At least gonna stall out a second, maybe allow them away. Zeus is trying to hunt. Doesn't quite get what he wants, but I don't know if that's gonna stop him now. No, it doesn't stop at all.
Sarah spotted.
Oh my god, it looks so simple. How are FUT making Gentlemates look like they're barely in the server?
Absolutely running rings around them. Mates just can't piece anything together in some of these more postured forward rounds. Again, lesser buy here for sure, but you'd hope for a victory here and there. Still 4 standing for FUT. As finances started to swell even more so. Step third. Crosstelly. Cage triggered. Cool, slipping forwards.
Yeah. And you're looking at silver linings now. If you're Mini, really, that's
silver
it.
linings is I get a gun.
Pretty much it. Again, and this is always the thing. If FUT can never do this in other maps consistently, right? It's all that what if. They are a terrifying team. I mean, Sop and
Ton
Zeus.
of firepower, yeah. If they can piece together this sort of approach to the game, I mean, they are barely missing a beat here.
No, they are really in step, right? And to do this against mates, because when you talk about firepower, right, it's all good and well to say it like the other team is not in the server, they're not, be able to fight back. You have Martin, who was a record setter. You have Bippo, who's had a great series thus far. You've had Mini, who's been super clutch. I mean, again, these are one of the teams we sent to an international right now, unable to get around.
So much!
Come on.
They're feeling it so much!
It's really good. It's really
Yeah,
good.
Vlad's right. They are feeling it. You can see the approach round by round here. Really tapping into that momentum, the confidence alongside. I mean, you can't even really single anybody out here. I mean, yes, Zeus is top of the board, but everybody's stepping up to the plate here.
Absolute flow state right now.
Big fan.
Huge fan of this. Towards long, they try go walking. Beepo.
First big win.
Gonna catch Jay. That's the first pod we haven't seen really go on their side for a moment here. They actually gonna leave Martin down long as well. I like that. Sop lost in the source. Starzo's handled him. They put a lot of bodies behind this. It's actually worked out. Zeus, oh my god, just goes into the fire, and Martin, Starzo answer back. A force of their own.
So the first clean engagement found here by Mates, but unfortunately can't find a response within this round. Yeah, Mates on the board at least. You can't even really fault the setup here. They're ready to leapfrog behind this. Perfect molly from Martin as well. He's him up really perfectly to spam into this smoke. Hunter's Fury available here. Or Crossley once more. Sop. Let's have his as well. On the other side, 3 ultimates to play with for Mates. Early paranoia, step forward. He's stepping forwards.
I don't know what I'm seeing here. Sop trying to stay slippery and actually a little bit closer. So, watching this guy play, it feels like a different game. Starzo trying to calm things down here.
Looking to the sky for answers.
Maybe he'll find something. Double stack though towards Garage. That's going to be brutal to go into. Mini and Martin. Oh my god, the timing.
Looking for a time to flash out here. Yeah. They're going to be behind this though.
Oh, it's a panic flash, but it's a good one. But it's only a 1-for-1. Now Beepo's joining on the action. They have no idea until now, but it's a bit messy. Oh, Mini's kind of
Zeus still alive.
I don't know what's just happened. That felt topsy-turvy from start to end.
Now the camera finally paying off here. Crossley spotted. I mean, Beepo's down to 30. Still got some time left to play with. Still ahead of 30 seconds.
No, okay.
Proactive movement here from Mates to find number 2. Again, a very strange back and forth here. It looked as if Martin's flash was going to be a little shallow, but still catches well enough.
It's taken a lot of bravado to go back in on these fights, a lot of doubling down on aggression, playing it forward. Beepo's done really well here to ignite something. A little bit frustrating for FUT. They were on that real high note.
Yep.
Now they need to kind of get things back in check, readdress the game.
This is where you don't want to see them overheat, right? Riding that confidence a little too fast and loose. Only missing Zeus's ultimate here, so very good position to be in. Oh, popped here from Martin.
Not what he wanted.
Yeah. There's some space at least. Necessarily get a confirmation on the other side of that. But immediately pivoting into a 4-man walk down mid.
And just around the other side. And Crossley's on a Sheriff. This was, look how close these rounds have been. It's turned out that he's going to have a Sheriff. Mini going to strike first again. Top now on red alert, but here comes the pain of it all. Beepo's gone down this time, which could be a problem. Starzo's still in the case, still going to do damage. Looking to do more, 8 bullets.
Spike.
And Sop on 8 HP, dealt with. Mates taking the fight to FUT. Had enough of being dictated to. Sociable and Jay. There's a lot of players down here. This is not going to be an easy run.
The
Glyph.
timing of that peak is beautiful.
Oh, it's lovely. Mates right back into things now. It's only 3 rounds short, but the way they're doing this is a really good indicator.
Takes a lot to invest into some of these sorts of set pieces. Mates showing that they're not going to back down too easily here on Haven. And the 3rd in succession. Great catch on Sociable here. Just as he's about to press the corner.
Come on, boys, let's go!
Martin. Beepo desperately trying to rally the troops. Sitting at 11-7. Doing God's work lobby. On the side of Mates is just Beepo and Glyph. Everybody else a little too far away from the ultimates to see them. Still 2 rifles here for FUT.
A little bit to fight with. Sop's got ult as well, so if you throw it into the mix, you might get something, but there's got to be a reason why, right?
Go, go, go. Very good.
Read here as well as FUT try and find this space towards B. Starzo wisely backing away.
Oh, Zeus took a load of damage on that, though. Still going to stay on the rifle, but the ult is popped for Sop, and going to beat the flash, doesn't check the corner. Glyph gets away with daylight robbery, and gets a follow-up. Devastating for Sop on that, just trying to be quick with it, but Martin back in the space. Good trade. Yeah, J2v2, Zeus slips through, and now suddenly there's problems. Mini is normally so clutch though.
Got himself a 1v2 here, Zeus down to 45 HP. Going to allow Yetche to take a deeper position, and Zeus might even just get forwards. He gives it to Mini.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Mini is going to make something of this now. Has to find Yetche. Mini progressing towards backside. Looking towards long, checking backside. To consider where the plant's for now. Checked every corner, but that time is going to command what he must do here. Half now achieved. Yetche. You gotta check, and he does! Plays it well, keeps his cool. Takes away Mini's chances.
It nearly gets away.
It was so close.
With daylight robbery here. That mental count still. Yetche springs the trap. Great take here from FUT. The ability to trade in here. I said just off the 2 rifles.
Look at the time.
Sop doing so well.
Oh, he's sticking it. Oh my god. He was sticking it.
Oh my god.
It was a nice try from Mini. Again, such a clutch player, but he's just not had really many chances, it feels like, in this to kind of play that style he's pretty solid at. But good answer back from FUT, breaking the trend. The comeback from Mates. Now, Bebo's always got a judge. Glyph's got his, maybe not the most influential, but possibly you got to look at that post plant. Zeus gonna get ult online now.
Big tool to bring into round 12. Now, Mates have to be conscious of the fact. You're gonna look for the confirmation here off the drone to maybe invest. TP into the backlines here. Actually, that will connect. Martin a little deeper. I'm not sure if he's going to be caught, but actually the reveal there from Starzo nearly paying off.
Yeah, but now the Hunter's Fury could be an issue as well. That's being sent down.
God,
What's going on here? This is going to get messy. Garage is littered with players.
Mini on the drive-by!
How have you landed that? Zeus is deleted. The plant going to go down, but cautiously, carefully. Yetche cleared. Glyph, great with it. And look at Sociable, 1 HP, man. That's brutal. Still got the paranoia for Glyph. Plenty of tools to be played with here for Mates. They're playing it patient. There goes the paranoia, and here goes Beepo, going to take away Cross the lead. And now Sociable dead in the blink of an eye. Recovery is there. Rounds to be made.
Yeah.
And such impact from Beepo.
Finding number 4 here, crucial to Mate's success. See them up to maybe find another response in the second half, but FUT playing lights out here, Lauren.
Red Bull gives you wings.
The last VCT game FUT won was 246 days ago. That's been quite a drought.
You'd love to start stage 1 win here with a win against Mates of all people.
There were 3 teams we sent through to an international. Imagine that scalp, but they're not there yet. Yes, in the lead, but this pistol could be incredibly influential, and Mates already have the sign.
FUT respecting this for the time being. Spam from Sop maybe trying to catch something and trying to bait FUT forwards here on this initial tap, but it will just allow them to fully group outside in the spawn. The pause now to cut sound. Mates love doing this.
You see why it works. Absolutely works. Let's allow a little bit of time, though, for them potentially to go on those back lines, but already a setup is there.
It's a little unorthodox on the pistol. And I'll let this one run right down and actually give plenty of time for FUT to send bodies towards the flank, deal with some of this util, and open up the possibilities in terms of a retake.
Yeah, this is really weird.
Because this is a lot of time to pass.
30 seconds left.
I now know it. Okay. Util back in place, I guess, as well for Mates. Mini needs to be ready for this. I like that they broke the trip and they've gone back around. It's drawn.
Yeah, because they had the time to do so.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd read, but let's see how it actually pans out here. Oh, the timing on this. Starzo just turns away. And now the stun comes in. He could be in a world of trouble here. Mates, though, handling it well until now, but here comes the flood. Starzo and Mini, the last two alive, and they're trying to hold the site here. Yellowjay on a heater. It's Mini in a 1v2 now. Diffuse is happening. You got to deal with it. You got to try and deal with it. This time you can't. Yellowjay does it right back to him. Managing to work it out, getting all four.
Big round for Yellowjay. The clean up here. Mates desperately trying to make FUT sweat here in the pistol. Maintaining composure once more. Something that's really impressed me today is FUT's ability to shine under pressure. Some of these more chaotic rounds. The stick here and the headshot for Yellowjay. Something's broken.
Yeah. It's, I think, just an in-ear issue, so hopefully that'll be fixed up nice and quick. At least it looked like it, right? I think we all saw it. But at this point, that is dangerous, right? Seeing that sort of round fall their way, FUT are within touching distance. 9 rounds, you can imagine they could potentially get this one as well with a better purchase coming in, full shields as well. For Mates, just a Sheriff.
It's going to be Mini who want to try and do some damage here. And FUT certainly want to use this round to maybe set the tone for themselves here. Yellowjay has to burn the molly to slow things down. Turret will be identified here as well. Under a ton of pressure. Conscious somebody slipped the net already, but as we can see, still huddled in. That's the Sheriff removed here. Glyph, got to be careful as well. Yellowjay and Sociable finding everything. Zeus going forwards.
No fear, man. He's just running around looking for bodies.
The confidence brimming here for FUT. Double digits found. Mates unable to get off the starting block in that second.
I mean, what a feeling for the FUT side as well. After what's been a drought to potentially, it's not there yet, potentially have a chance. And as you said, it's momentum, it's confidence, it's all of those intangibles really lining up. Now the buy is in place for Mates. They need this one and they need it bad. Zeus! Look at the damage this man's done, and already they are behind this. It's not just a singular effort. Sociable takes away Starzo. Martin and Mini in reply. There's still SOT. The unknown quantity. Played in potentially by Crossley. I need a little help on this.
Deploying drone. Enemy tag.
Gonna see at least one. He doesn't know about the other. Didn't quite see Glyph on that
Great
close
coverage
corner.
there from Martin, yeah.
Here.
Slow things down now. Yellowjay still tucked with a judge. I'm very happy to see Beepo not heading that way.
Good choice.
But does open the map up a little bit, and with ton of space to play into. Yellowjay's still not moving.
Silly. How many? Let you get one. There we go. One and done. That's fine. 3 alive would be great.
Upgrade somewhere for him? Yep.
There we go. All right, Yellowjay.
Surely not. 1v3.
Martin's got ult. You got the paranoia still. Beepo still alive. Nah.
Right? I mean, even here, damage would be...
I mean, any more than they've lost, yeah, right?
Pivotal for Yellowjay to find. Doubt it's going to be another bonus conversion for FUT, though.
No.
So maybe just keep them interested here. I mean, nobody really suffering considering how the previous went for FUT. Well, he's even given a chance to catch somebody. Well,
there we go.
Was given.
3 alive.
Clean there. Up to 5 now for Mates. Well, we know that was just a bonus attempt here from FUT, and I love the proactivity again.
Why not, man?
Mates really shining in this situation to shut that down. Ults-wise, Yellowjay just one off the lockdown. Martin.
Here he goes.
In hand. Mini just one away from the neural theft as well, so Mates in a good position to answer back here.
It's all eyes on Mates for me now. Show what you can do. FUT have rounds to play with. Can't leave the window open for too long, but they're willing to put a body or two behind this. A-long aggression established. In the meantime, the reaction from mates, get towards Garage, get towards B.
Joke's over.
Try and catch that cross, apply the pressure. Martin going to invest ult. Not going to find what he wants here, but does get to clear sight and allow Beepo to then scale in. The nice attempt there from Sociable to try and catch that secondary player. Not going to happen though, and now they have sight, and they should have plant. So,
Spike planted.
Looks as if he knows.
oh my God, he's good
Ready
with this.
for it.
Yeah, okay, gonna get out of there. Burns Paranoia and at least a shock dart as well, so not too bad. The rest of FUT now
Lockdown's
getting ready.
available.
Oh my God, Sop's back in. This guy willing to be a little bit audacious about it, trying to keep their eyes on him. But the post plant should be solid. You got 2 towards Long, 2 towards Garage, and Sop looking to just put his body on the line. Fight me, anyone, I dare you. Yeta J, cross to Lee, still doing it. Defuse is happening! The defuse is happening! And it's happened to Mini! 11 for FUT. They can't believe their eyes.
Dealing with both players on Long here allows them to just tuck behind the corner and stick this through. And the early half defuse is really what sets that up.
Who got that half? I'm not even sure
I didn't
there.
even catch it. FUT flipping another round on its head. I mean, I think it was just cross to me, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, the whole way
well
through.
done.
But living up to the energy on the stage as well.
Yeah, and going for this one. Smelling blood in the water here, mates. I mean, Beepo is trying. He is trying to put up some form here for them. Still a buy to be had, lacking in certain areas, though. Starzo is going to be on that stinger. It'll be harder to make it work, and Sop getting curious. They are not taking the hand off the
try
throat,
and dig
man.
Mini out.
Mini's got his work cut out here.
The tall order.
3 players, potentially.
We get straight up behind this. The plant will come through on 8.
Spike
And Yeta J
planted.
does have a lockdown here, so it could force them into the waiting arms of this flank.
Still got that trip though. Still got a little bit of info. I say a little, and certainly not a lot, but there goes the ult, and here goes oh no!
Oh, he didn't catch him!
Oh no, this could be a disaster. Glyph and Mini trying to make up for that one. Gonna hold on to that back line as best they can. Zeus is still around though, but he's in danger. Dealt with and put to bed. Bloody hell, that was on a knife's edge.
Even with Mini not catching that, they still can't dig out Starzo.
God,
The
Glyph
Hunter's
putting some
Fury, yeah,
work.
Glyph. Such a crucial kill to find. Mates will be given number 6 here in flawless fashion. Crazy sequence of events.
God, the second he missed that, I thought it was done. I thought they had just enough room to just run it down, but Glyph with the catch, then Mini gets there in time. Ooh. That could have fallen apart there and then. Now with the broken buy back in, FUT not going to feel comfortable here. No big ults to bank on either, so it's Guardian, Vandal still with Zeus, but that's it. A big chance for mates to really turn the screws, bring that scoreline back to something reasonable to work with.
I mean, scoreline aside, yeah, the finances don't really suit trading round for round here in this sort of situation for the mates. Flash over the top here. Give them access towards Long. And Sop needs 2 to find his ult. The shorty in hand. That could really turn this round again on his head for FUT.
Not to ask of just the shorty though, right?
Well, I mean, I was going to say, Glyph looked as if he was considering. There might be Starzo to go forwards here.
He doesn't have the Aldrone anymore or any dart. It's all about timing really, isn't it now? Crossley knows, so he's going to back from sight. Smoke up. Does anyone check? I'm looking at Mini here potentially, but it's Sop waiting. And does get his reward and out of there. That's big work from him. Now that feels a bit smaller. It feels like it's only on the A site, and this gets pretty uncomfortable for mates. But again, you're looking at Zeus and Sop, and Zeus has found Martine. This is an issue, and it's getting worse here. Zeus and Yeta J putting Mini now under the gun. How many times does this man have to try and clutch here? He's got players left, right, and center, and Yeta J again gonna find his man.
FUT FUT just excel once more. They are set up so poorly in terms of the inventory. It's Starzo to be caught here, and to be fair to mates, they were ready to pinch on this position. But it's so slippery here to get back out with the rifle. God, crucial catch from Zeus as well.
Doing well, doing so well.
Damn, FUT look fantastic.
God, I hope this isn't a flash in the pan. If this is what FUT like going, not like this. Not in this fashion.
Close on Haven as well.
God. Take one more round, but mates, they have a bite. Had their timeout. Should all be on the same page here. You don't get to do it again. So.
Here.
Go towards B. First time we're really seeing mates explore this option.
Issue being with Zeus's ult, they can really twist the knife here. If they huddle into some of these tighter spots.
Sociable's coming back to check, and he's been quiet about it. And they want to go further, and he's got a little bit of a line to play from. And now down to 3, it's problems for mates. Glyph does well, securing them that B site. Plants now in, still. 2 ults to play with, Sops and Zeus's.
Big opportunity here for FUT to close this out here and now.
Yeah, Starzo wants more. Don't think it's what he can hope for here. That's brilliant though. Sop going to be denied. Brilliance from Starzo. Putting this on his shoulders if he has to. Beepo is waiting as well. Gets outdone by Zeus, and now just Starzo.
It ended as well.
On the captain's shoulders. He's got to deliver. He has to be the man to make the difference. Zeus stealing away the win. 13-6. It's been a drought for FUT.